confused. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Well, it glitched on my screen really quick, showing us all there for a brief second. And I was like, wait, is it there? I didn't see the hand.
Sometimes it does that.
Sometimes that's why we don't pick our nose right before we go live.
Watch the hand. I'll give you my.
I
I'll
do.
give you the hand.
I do. That's why I was not sure, because I saw it glitch and I was like, did something happen? Because the hand hadn't gone down yet.
Thank you, Taylor.
And when the hand goes down, then I know. I mean, we usually
it's
screw up
party time.
anyway. When the hand goes down, it's party time in the jungle.
Get in, nerds. We're going on an adventure.
Way.
Buckle up, bitches. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Where does way up high come into this? What are we doing? Okay. Oh, we mow. Oh, we mow. Oh, we mow.
The last thing we need is Disney getting on our ass.
Disney can't get us for that one. That's not their song.
Yeah, I know that's not actually their song.
What
It's
is
just
it
been
called where you like start
The
singing
Lion
and then
Sleeps
someone
Tonight.
else starts singing? And
Around.
Then you go
Around.
Can we
Singing around.
practice that next time?
No. That would be, I mean, I love the idea, but with our delay and stuff like that would be so weird.
Imagine if it was beautiful though.
Imagine.
Imagine all the people.
No, the Beatles are coming after us. No.
Most of them are dead.
Most of, I was just gonna say most of them are dead. It's
Wait,
fine.
Who cares?
All of them
Dr.
dead
Dre
now?
is dead. He's in my
No,
basement.
McCartney's still around, and
say, Paul
Ringo.
McCartney's
Everyone forgets about Ringo.
I mean, Ringo's been dead for years.
No, Ringo's alive. Ringo's alive.
The creature that you call Ringo is alive. Ringo is dead.
Paul McCartney's dead. Anyway, hi
Lizard
everybody.
people are real people, Matthew.
People helping people.
This is, I think, one of the most unhinged we've been at the start of a episode.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
'Tis the day for Valens.
And tomorrow is half price off chocolate.
Speaking of, I do have a couple of nice of little quips to go on Valentine's Day flavor.
Oh,
this is a horrible transition. I've got to.
Apparently, you're just do it.
I'm gonna do it. So I got some jokes for you in honor of Valentine's Day, and so that we can build up
to laugh kind of things.
some cool. If you don't want to laugh, you don't have to laugh. If you want to laugh, you can laugh. I'll leave it entirely up to you.
Comes last.
Yeah, yes we do. What makes Valentine's Day different for blue-collar workers?
That I don't know.
It's the only time they actually want a sloppy job. See, you don't have to laugh, but this is the appropriate reaction. What did Belle say when she got to the ball? See, subversion of expectations. I knew that was the punchline you'd go with, but it's not that one. The prince and I broke up. I like him better as a horny rage monster.
True that. We stand the beast.
Stan, yeah.
I liked the gag though.
You said, yeah.
Really...
The gag was good. He's just so vanilla post-transformation. Why did the baker
Love that skit.
fall in love with the butcher? She really knew how to handle his meat.
I was thinking that.
I was waiting for something about the candlestick maker, like somehow being a threesome or something.
Also good. Why did the butcher reciprocate and fall in love with the baker?
Them buns dough.
Because he had great buns. Or as Taylor would say, he had a bakery for an ass.
I still have that clip somewhere.
Lip thigh.
Yes.
And finally, what's the best gift you can give for Valentine's Day?
Oh, be careful with that one.
I left it. Yeah, I wanted to see what your little brains would cook up, but instead, this is the sponsor time. It's time for a sponer. If your significant others are anything like us, some fantastic games from our sponsors. All February long. Day 20 is having a 20% off sale on all the recently re-released catalog. It has adventures and subclasses, including the Blight Caller, which you can see every Monday as Haley plays it, or House of Too Many Miseries, if you want to get real bloody on your Valentines, or College of Satire. All kinds of good stuff over there. So link in chat. And then also, you could sign up for an extra special surprise from me and Colin. Colin, you want to talk about the link that I'm about to post in chat?
Yeah. All right.
You've seen those firefighter calendars. This is not that.
It's Matt and I's OnlyFans. We've been filming for a while now. We are putting out a Kickstarter Matt and I had a bunch of cyborg content, and it's Zine Quest month, so we have a zine if you would like to back that. The link is in the chat. Yeah, it's all cyborg stuff. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. You can take your punks to the moon. You can take them under Psi. You can take them out of Psi. You can play an electro bard DJ. You can be a roaming AI. There's all sorts of cool shit. It's all in the Kickstarter. Go check it out. I also felt like I should do a fun fact about St. Valentine's. Did you know that he's also the patron saint of epilepsy and beekeeping? Not really sure how that got associated with Valentine's Day, but there you go.
If any Catholic ever says they're a monotheist, they're a filthy liar. Rein in your saints.
Move, saints, get out the way.
Speaking of the Saints, congratulations to Taylor Swiftie and the boys for winning their big game on Sunday.
That's the Chiefs. The Saints are a different team.
I know. It was meant to be an incomprehensible jumble of all kinds of football nonsense. Yes.
All my brain went was, what did Taylor win? Congratulations. What did you get? That's all I heard.
Who dat
I get to play with you guys today.
We're all winners.
Okay, and also, yeah, I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. I one more thing. Quoras, will you be my Valentine? You've made me feel things. No, this is Dustin talking, the DM. In my heart.
Sure.
They didn't know I was doing this. Okay, sweet. Void, will you also be my Valentine? Those interactions between Void and Sinbar stirred feelings within me.
I have been known to stir feelings. Sure. Yes.
Alma, will you be my Valentine? Your innocence and purity, followed by putting the hair down and showing us what for. It surprised even, I think, the most disturbed of us.
Who's the most disturbed out of
I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Okay?
Down with the sickness.
How appropriate for Mel. Fucking down with the sickness.
I love the strip too. It's really. This is
my guy. Listen, this is a.
Oh God,
hard-ass-
being shot down on a stream. Oh no, did not see this happening.
Yes, I accept your
Oh
Valentine.
God, don't do that to me ever again. Edie, you're cute and adorable and sweet and lovable, and nobody can say no to you. Will you be my Valentine?
What is a Valentine?
It's a person that I give chocolates to and give attention to and say how cute you are.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, sweet. Nemeia, your mommy dommy energy is just everything. And will you be my Valentine and teach me about whips and leather straps?
Sure.
Sweet. Nailed it. I just thought that would be funny. I don't know. Maybe it was terrible, but I just came up with it on the spot. So
It's a great
you're all my
improv
Valentine.
exercise. We didn't get to do one of those before we went live, so yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
That was great.
Edie apparently went to get the chocolate, so there we go. Well, I think we've done some good stuff here, people. Whips and tails excite me, God. I think that's enough. I think we are once again check out our spawners, click the links, support them, support us, and once again, let's do it. Let's ride this train straight to Vengalia.
Did you guys hear Cora's got a Valentine? Sorry.
Mortal bullshit.
When last we left off,
So fucking pedestrian.
the H.E.R.O.E.S had been kind of just like hanging out, chilling. Alma left the H.E.R.O.E.S. Quoras slipped out unnoticed, ignored Edie's message, trying to determine whether or not Quoras was okay. Hesitantly agreeing not to go look for them, Void sends their own message for some sort of response to know that Quoras is okay, or they will go to look for them. So Quoras responds with a grunt which we can all agree is very coarse. Void confesses that they have a story to share, but would prefer to wait until everybody's present so they're not explaining it over and over. Eventually, Quoras does rejoin everyone else, but with a new bandage that stands out to them because, well, everybody had been basically healed from the previous fight. Edie tries to push for answers, but Quoras shoots her down, and she calls him a stranger. During this time, while this is going on, Alma going to meet Zoro for a Valentine's experience of their own. As Alma reaches the door, feels this terrible, excruciating pain in her abdomen, stomach area, and falls to the ground. The cleric wakes up in a beautiful field with Orion, her deceased fiance, offering her help. It's revealed that she died, and he's here to help her transition to the other side. Alma realizes the Revenant must have finally caught up to the heroes and poisoned her food, and concludes that an old foe must have sent the ghost after her. Filled with regret over not being able to help her new friends more after such a huge discovery, Orion asks if she would go back with them instead of traveling on with him. Admitting that she would go back to help the heroes, Orion confesses that they are actually Baz, the god of the moment of death and dying. Baz asks if Alma is strong enough for the challenges ahead. Alma responds with, "What choice do I have?" Baz also states that Alma didn't dream of Orion because Kalishtar can't dream, and that they should maybe speak to one of their friends about it. Before more can be discussed, Baz asks Alma to come back to them, but their voice is more pained and desperate. In that moment, Alma awakes, realizing she's being held by Zoro, who's crushing her against his body, crying out in anguish at the loss of his love. Alma realizes in that moment that she really had died and was not coming back. But Zoro or Baz, somebody sent her back to continue more. Feeling a strange burning in her back tattoo area, Alma requests that Zoro get the heroes so she can explain what's going on. Everyone's gathered. Alma reveals that her eyes have then turned purple too, a similar shade to Edie's. The purple matches the purple that was used in the Speak with Dead, the energy that was released. Alma then tells everyone some darker parts of her history, that Orion had been murdered out of spite, that she was part of a love triangle she hadn't even known existed, and she hadn't told the heroes for fear of putting them in danger, and that would have killed her more. On top of that, Alma isn't even her real name, but Savoon? Am I saying that right? Yes? Okay. Nemeia asserts herself, growing a little more dominant as she reprimands Alma for her secrecy, that not informing them put them in danger because they didn't know what to look out for. Void finds the situation a little humorous, as all the heroes are guilty of the same thing. Quoras, on the other hand, finds all this fucking pedestrian. What with the horsemen, devils, celestials, and now a love triangle, he storms out and Nemeia follows, confronting his salty attitude. Instead of consoling him, Nemeia is called a distraction and that he can't care for her anymore, that he's wasted too much time. But he chooses to stay because the heroes are the best shot he has of reforging Eulogy. Despite his harsh words, Quoras shares that he doesn't want to hurt anyone, but the conversation has already hurt Nemeia. The argument, however, is audible through the door, and most of the conversation is heard by the rest of the heroes inside. Upon re-entering, Void slaps Quoras and tells him never to call their friends a bad friend. Then declares that they have their own story to share, pulling out the 2 scarred coins, one that they've been carrying and one that they found within the cave. Void recalls how they once worked with Snuri to recover the Sands of Alkov, an artifact that could change a moment of history, and they intended to use it for their family's legacy, but before they could activate it, H.E.R.O.E.S showed them what would happen. Nothing good. Snuri killed Void by deliberately setting off a trap, and H.E.R.O.E.S then later resurrected Void. Void shares how they feel they've earned 2 strikes in their mission to stop Snuri by embarrassing themselves at dragon chess and sleeping with Dominic's wife out of the need to hurt, and going after Nemeia instead of meeting up with Snuri. Guilt coils inside Nemeia like a lead weight. As the heroes settle in for the night, Nemeia takes Quoras into another room to look at his new wound. He's removed a mark from his forearm and doesn't want it magically healed. Unable to use magic anyway, Nemeia insists she clean it and dress it properly. Despite her incredible strength, she executes the wound care more gently than someone of her bulk should be able to, and without a word, She packs up and leaves Quoras alone. Everybody takes a long rest. Zoro sleeping on the couch or something because everybody else is curled up around Alma. And the morning sun finds you all well rested. Alma, you are now only -3, against death saves and all against all
Yay.
those other things. And we are here. The day is yours.
Morning.
Morning.
How you feeling, Alma?
A little better, but still pretty tired.
Is there anything we can do to help you?
I think honestly a walk might be good, but I think for right now I'm okay.
Maybe a walk with breakfast? Or lunch? Or dinner?
Maybe
When?
Maybe a little later.
Okay. Alright. And Edie waits till later. She's got nothing else on her brain except for... Actually, no, there is something else. Is Quoras around?
Yeah.
Edie tries to, do a half smile at you. What do you do back?
Quoras turns his eyes down.
For what?
Edie turns her eyes back down too.
Void, Void still slept, but Void is looking a little bit baggy-eyed. They were up and awake several times. They would keep waking themselves up to just keep an eye on Alma. And I want to go talk to Zoro. Sorry we sort of encroached on your living space here, but also thanks for letting us.
It appears that Alma is important to you as well. You are forgiven as there is nothing to forgive.
Well, still, hopefully the couch wasn't too uncomfortable.
I will admit my bed is much softer, and it has just a bar that's right. It's not, I'll probably be walking like I'm a 75-year-old for a while, but other than that, I'm okay.
Edie holds up a hand for a high five.
From whom? Oh,
From the 75-year-old Conan.
75-year-old. I was there. I
Yeah.
was a little slow. I was a 77-year-old there for a second.
Yeah.
Well, all the same, thank you.
Thank you for caring for her. It seems it's been a while since she had someone else she could rely on. And apparently she cares very much for all of you.
I'd say the same for you. I'm glad to see you two reconnect so quickly and happily.
What will you do now? You've seen the dangers that surround us.
How do you feel about Gaelfall if we were to leave? If we weren't to go further north and try and find this creature in Black Plate and get it settled? I don't even know if we could, but how do you feel leaving things as they are?
It appears that things are escalating here with more and more assaults. I do not believe, though you are powerful, I do not believe that you alone would be able to turn the tide. We need more than just 5 incredibly wonderful adventurers. We need an army. I fear that soon even you would be overwhelmed.
I know that Captain Chinggis still needs to report, but I did send a message magically over distance to the council. They are aware of the situation, at least enough to start making a response.
And I have hopes that a response will arrive soon. Maybe there's a way they can travel faster if the council is involved.
Hopefully they can get some urgency.
This does not appear to be a natural occurrence.
No, there is nothing natural about this. But I wanted to make sure that we were doing right by you, seeing as you did right by both us and Alma.
Well, if you take care of Alma as well as you have been, then you will have done right by me.
Very well.
If you need anything, you have only but ask, and I will see that it is done.
I appreciate it. Well, bed's yours again. I'll just start going about my morning routine.
Alma, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Your eyes have obviously changed. Do you know why?
I'm not entirely sure. I can just only imagine it has to do with some bigger plan from Boz, but I wasn't even expecting it. Or the shifts that have happened with my own tattoo on my back. I don't know if I showed it to the others, considering I was just,
I don't think you have yet.
I don't think... No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Zoro looked at it.
Yeah, I'll raise my hand just to kind of, like, gesture to Nemeia to help me sit up. That way, I'd imagine when Zoro took me in, armor was removed and stuff, where it's just, like, the basic clothes and such. And because Alma's shirt is backless, you'll actually see it's the two wings on the back, rather than the tendrils that used to be around the sickle. And the sickle's still in the center.
Yep.
That
And
happened.
we'd previously seen the tattoo as well. Yeah, cool.
That happened too.
I don't know if that looks more or less intimidating.
It feels like it's intimidating. At least
Then we'll
right
go with
now.
that. And while I'm sort of supporting Alma, I'll like refoof the pillows a bit, so you're able to sit up a bit more and see what's going on without actually moving. So like a bit of pressure care.
I'm enjoying this, the pampered treatment.
Yeah, basically. And then is Edie back in the room as well?
Yeah, she's probably gonna get ready to go find breakfast for everyone.
Ricky. Before you step out, Edie, your eyes as well are purple.
Yes.
Gorgeous color.
Thank you.
Were they always purple?
Is Haley typing? I don't know.
I just have to quickly double check with Ellie. I can't remember that far back. Yes, they are like my mother's.
So you've never had a different color? Different eye color?
Not that I can remember, no.
Okay.
We can always double check one day.
Okay.
Asking my family?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was I sort of had a theory, but I don't think it holds anymore.
What would your
Um,
theory be?
I need one more data point. Void. This. Oh, I'm assuming Void's in the room as well.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
milling about
I'm
somewhere.
gonna go get breakfast, and I trot out of the room.
Oh, okay.
And bring it back for everyone too.
Oh, cool.
Are you going to the tavern or going into Zoro's kitchen?
Zoro's kitchen look like it's got enough food for me to whip up breakfast.
I mean, you'd probably find like eggs and stuff like that.
Hurricane Edie to the rescue.
Giant
Yes.
mason jar of just weird dust.
Void, your eyes are currently green, but this isn't your. Sorry if this is insensitive. Your true form, your natural form.
No.
What? Oh my god. Excuse me, my lordy.
This is why we don't
Frog
smoke.
in your throat.
I don't smoke. I do have a frog in my throat.
Let's name him
Jack.
Gregory. Oh, Jack. Jack's good. Oh, I just realized.
Instead of Jack in the
Um,
box, Jack
I
in
was
the
like,
throat.
Jack's a great name for a frog.
Stop it.
Never kiss mummy on Valentine's Day.
Oh no. Oh no, he's watching.
Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty well.
This was
I imagine.
Taylor's last stream, everybody. Sorry, Taylor's not going to be allowed to play with us anymore.
We're the worst. We're the absolute worst.
We just
I
want
hate
you to
him
be a
more.
part of it, Jack.
So, if you were in your natural form, what color would your eyes be?
I'll blink, and when my eyes open, they're just pale white with like the tiniest hint of an iris and pupil, but both are like shades of white. It looks like it's just bleached over.
Sort of like that blind zombie effect.
It's like that
Cataract.
snowblind eye kind of look,
Yeah.
but you can see that like there's still light to the eyes. They're still looking, they're seeing.
They're still functional. Okay.
I like this. Changelings are actually not that impressive looking in our sort of blank state.
Like,
I think
do
that
you
was
see
cool.
through in a blank state?
Translucent.
No, we're not quite like a cuttlefish, but
Or a sweaty onion.
Could you do that?
I could
As a
make my
changeling?
skin look.
I'm not here,
like-
but I
Yeah.
would like to know. Can I see your organs work?
I like the idea that Edie is like shouting from the kitchen, like, "What about this?" Like, I couldn't make. Ooh, could I? I'm going to try and make my skin see through.
Just roll a percentile dice for me.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't either. We'll find out.
Or are we thinking along the lines of like those fish that they reflect what's underneath them? It's not so much they see
That's
through.
what I was thinking at first, and then Edie
that's not
Haley
what I
said
want.
like organs.
I want to
and
be
I was
able
like,
to eat it. I want to be able to put food in Boyd's mouth and watch it.
Well, it's whatever it is, it's gonna be a polar result. That's a 1.
You focus really hard, and your skin goes white. White, like blue white. Like the poor person that you're like, "Oh, should you really be out in the sun?"
This is me.
And then all of a sudden it goes translucent and you see muscles, but you cannot see the inner workings of the organs, unfortunately, because the muscles are predominantly, but you do see like in the throat area, you'll see some like areas where you can see a little bit of like trachea, and you see like where it's mostly bone, you'll see bone, but where there's mostly muscle, that's all you're really seeing. But it is very interesting to now see the marbling that Void has in their current form.
Wow. Edie's head's just popping out through the kitchen door, like covered in flour and a little bit of egg. And she's just like, whoa.
This is new.
How are you doing?
Physically fine. Intellectually horrified.
Mm-hmm.
They'll blink, like when I blink, you can still see the eye behind the lid. It's just coming down and wetting it and then moving back up.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Na 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 na.
For the sake of everyone's digestive process this morning, and I'll shift back into void tone.
Imagine if you got stuck in that, though.
Oh, it's not. Good party trick, though. And if I need to look like a dead body, that could work.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Theory dispelled. Never mind.
What was your theory?
Well, you've died, and now your eyes are purple. Edie's eyes are purple, and she told us ages ago that she had drowned. And Void's died as well, so I thought maybe purple eyes had something to do with death and resurrection, but...
I didn't die.
You did
I
leave it
didn't know.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Are you sure? Yeah. In my crowded
you can do
dice
it.
tray.
Why didn't you clean it up?
Because I wanted to see what would happen.
Oh yeah, guys, I got new dice. Oh no, they're green.
Oh no!
But they've got a one ring inside of them.
Oh, that's really
Ooh.
cool.
I
I
can
can
see
see it.
that.
I can
That's
see the ring though.
awesome.
That's really cool.
So they're like a kind of like a cool green. Ooh.
Oh shit, did I close my... No, I didn't.
So if you want to read anything, you've got to beat a 22.
24.
Are you telling the truth?
Okay, yeah, I got a 16, so... He's telling the truth, okay. So,
That's good.
never mind. Theory dispelled.
Unless, of course, this is dead.
One of the levels of hell.
We're in the
This
bad
is the bad place.
Nemeia did say that this was like the 10th level, 10th layer of hell.
I would prefer not to go through that adventure of dying again.
I agree. For my
So,
sake and yours.
Are we going to go get the plans for the airship today? And then go back to Saison? Because I don't know if I remember telling you guys, but I can get us back there. I just can't get us back here.
Oh,
Or maybe one day. We could just travel back, right? At least we'd save some time.
How can you do that?
Ellie showed me a teleportation circle that Matt reminded me that I had two that I knew about beforehand.
Who is this
And-
Matt? Are they a wizard?
They are. They are a wizard that we sometimes hang out with in my dreams. And they told me about 2 teleportation circles that I learnt when I learned this spell. Ellie.
That's helpful.
that's very helpful.
One's with Micah, and one is in Saison.
Cool. Okay.
But I can't get us back here.
Right. There's Zoro. There's not a teleportation circle in Gaelfall, is there?
There is not.
Darn. Well, at least Micah's would be like part of the way there. Yes to talking to Goddard. I was thinking whether or not to go back to Saison right away or not. Should we try and scry on Snuri? She has the wand that we need. If she's in a recognizable place, then we can aim how we're traveling to fit that.
That sounds good. Come
What
out
about
holding
Mirabelle's-
eggs and bacon for everybody and a bit of porridge.
Ooh,
Ooh, delicious.
dive onto that. Is the bacon extra crispy?
Yes. There may be a little bit of sand on a couple of things, but otherwise it's
God.
fine.
God
Extra
damn it.
crispy.
Extra
That's
crispy
fine.
with a bit of crunch.
I don't remember there being granules while I eat bacon.
I'm sorry.
That's alright, dear.
I
Meanwhile,
pulled salt out of my skirt, but I pulled sand out.
seasoning. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, I want to do a mind link with Quoras if he's still in the room.
Okay.
I would like to ask you to go on a walk with me later.
Sure.
Hopefully you can tolerate this distraction a little more, considering I can't stand too much.
Sorry about what I said.
I know you didn't mean it. But there's someone I want you to meet.
All right.
And I'll just go back to eating. This is excellent eating. Perfect bacon.
Indeed.
Takes the whole plate. I'm shocked you're not like Tara with a heart of ice with all the bacon that she has. And the one apple.
Precisely one apple.
I don't think you should have any trouble with getting the plans from Goddard. He should have multiple drafts, I would imagine, of his flying machines, so
Might
Should
have
be
even made
easy.
some updates since the last one.
Void, you wanted to make updates too, didn't you?
I did. I had some ideas of improvements. I could talk them through with him a little bit.
Plus, with going back to Cezanne, we would most likely have more resources at our disposal to make it, as opposed to up here in the mountains.
Yes.
Yes.
I also didn't want to be a resource drain on here necessarily. But first things first. Alma, if I could borrow that scrying orb, I can try and take a peek at Snuri.
Sure, and it'll be like with the rest of her stuff that I imagine Zoro would have put in the corner. Do you have to attune to it?
I think I recall correctly.
Let me look. Nope.
Which
that's not
one?
it. The crystal ball.
Um,
Yeah, you have to. Well, I don't think you have to.
Nope.
Who's actually got
Oh,
the
requires
item?
attunement. Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
mouse cock.
But I mean, we're
What
in
if
floaty wibbly wobbly timey wimey. I could just attune to it while we're eating breakfast.
That's true.
Yeah.
It would have been freely accessible anyway to anybody who would want to use it. So.
Yeah.
And we knew Void wanted to use it, so you could have picked it up first thing and been like, I'm gonna sit with this.
Sure. Yeah. So I'll start attuning to it. Make sure I don't have any. Okay, I do have one attunement slot left, so I can attune to it and then give it back to Alma without breaking everything. So yeah, I will attune to it and then attempt to scry on good old Snuri Killed Me Delver.
Okay.
Persimmony, not Snicket.
Persephone, not Snicket. Invoker of the series of unfortunate events. And I think Void is holding both coins as they are doing this, and to like have like an associated object, and as they are picturing Snuri in their head.
All right. As you focus on attuning, it takes a little bit of time as breakfast is being prepared. You prepare the room where everybody else helps prepare the area that you want to do, because I don't know how restful that would be while you're trying to attune. You kind of have to sit there and focus on that, but eventually you get that done. Breakfast is eaten, you clear the space. You focus on the crystal ball. And give me just a brief second to reread the scrying spell.
Yep.
And it lasts 10 minutes. Okay.
Good old wisdom saving throw with any penalties or bonuses
Yes.
that might be applicable.
Looking right now to see here. Did you put it in the chat?
I think
or
when we were talking about it was private chat.
yeah, that's what I'm
just
looking to
direct
see.
messages.
I'm just trying to see if you put anything about stats in there for him. I'm not seeing anything about their stats in this one. Let me check in our...
Or are you talking about Snuri's stats?
Yeah, here
Oh.
it is. I found it.
Snuri is my backup character, by the way.
All right. So based on what we have here, you have, I would say, a possession with the coin. And I would say you are familiar. You know the target well. This has been kind of a hunting one, both companion that you were working together and also enemy who has plagued you. So I would say you get plus, the Snuri will have a -9
Mm-hmm.
to save against the thing.
I was
So-
just gonna say it should be pretty high.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Drop the bass.
Drop the bass. Dubstep crystal ball.
When will the bass drop? When will the bass drop? When will the bass? Never drops. It just builds.
I'm remembering that TikTok that I can't remember if Conlon sent it to me or I sent it to Conlon.
Okay. What is the save?
The save DC is 17 for the item.
God, with a -9, this is going to be...
I mean, she has
Rough.
whatever her bonus. So, like, if she had a +3, it would be
No, I
total
know.
-6. But yes, yeah.
-9.
Yeah.
This is a hard save. And it's a 17 they need to beat.
17 DC on the item.
As you focus on the crystal ball, trying to focus on Snuri, the vengeance, the energy, the hatred courses through you. And you're willing this to come to pass. Show me Snuri. Your reflection in the ball, you see yourself looking back at yourself and you get angry. And then you see your face change into the shape and face of Snuri, almost as if unconsciously you shape change into Snuri, just trying to give it that extra oomph. Finally, the ball darkens and torchlight begins to echo and flicker. And you see a hooded figure walking down a dark tunnel surrounded by stone or concrete on all sides. You see it navigating left turns, right turns, doubling back sometimes, as if unsure of the path that they're traveling. Eventually, they reach a clearing within this tunnel system. Are you there? Are you there? No response. This is the agreed upon time. Where are you? Eventually you see a shadow appear into the torchlight. You're late. I've been here. Just been watching. Waiting. Do you have the item? You know I do. I wouldn't have come otherwise. Then the price is agreed upon. No. I lost some valuable members of my party. The price has gone up 20%. I know you're valuable members of the party. Did you leave a coin behind again? 10%. That's because I'm feeling generous. $15, and I won't tell anyone about you. Fine. 15 it is, and that's only because, well, money will soon not be an issue at all. You see kind of like an exchange of things where you see at one hand holding a wand and the other hand wide open. And they do like that kind of like
Same time Indiana Jones.
switch. Yep. They don't want to, no one wants to risk letting the other one have it without exchanging.
When the other person gets close, can I try and see who it is? Assuming I don't recognize the voice.
You don't recognize the voice.
Okay.
Go ahead and make, God, this is a really high, because you don't normally see anything outside of the person that you're focusing on. I'll let you say a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh. Okay. I will use my judgment, though. I'm going to use my
Okay.
judgment of clarity to give myself a little boost. I rolled the same number, so it'll be what it'll be. A 14.
That'll do,
Perception.
Pig. That'll do. You don't recognize the person,
But you said that'll do! No.
but they appear to have similar hand structure to Snuri. You would be safe to guess that they're probably also dwarven. As
Paler
they switch-
skin.
In the tunnel with the lights and stuff like that, it's really hard to determine shades. It's hard to say. The
Mhm.
language that they are speaking is, what languages does Void know?
Common, Draconic, Gnomish. I think that's it.
It is. They are speaking common. It's not. It doesn't sound like any kind of like undercommon or anything like that, or deep speech, or it doesn't, like Dwergar wouldn't be.
It does say, sorry, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. Sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration.
Okay, that's true. So you don't recognize them. They are also well hooded.
Okay.
But you see, again, it appears to be a dwarf.
Okay. Any signet rings, any a watch. He's wearing a Rolex. Like anything that I could use as identifying.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
They're very. He appears to have, you don't go out and do this kind of business,
Yeah.
leaving identifying marks on you. Thank you. This will be just what I needed to restart things. I thought you would be impressed. There's always treasures to be had. Remember, single use, and then it's no good to you anymore. And when you're done with it, I'll take it back off your hands. Then I can find another buyer. You'll get some of your money back if you'd like. Think of it as a rental program. We'll see. There are others like you, you know. True. But there are none like me. No one else is as successful. No one else is as discreet. No one else is as ruthless. I get the job done. Don't forget that. And then Snuri turns, looking directly at you. Did you get what you needed? Whoever this is. I hope you enjoyed the show. Catch me if you can. And then the connection goes dark.
Did it go dark because she dispelled it, or
She
time ran out?
Ended the connection. It feels like it was forced ended.
Is there any lingering details on where she was? I realized it was like nondescript stone catacombs and stuff.
Make a nature check. Or history check.
Oh, that's good.
I'll say both.
Okay, both. I'll do nature first. I still have judgment on, and that does help with this. And then history. It's gonna be one of them days. I don't roll above a 10 today, y'all. Nature is a 4 off of a natural 1, and history is a 16.
Okay. Nature, it's hard to say. You couldn't, with that range and stuff, the tunnels were too wide to determine if they were natural occurring tunnels or if they were man-made. The accent was definitely of this continent, but not one that's local to the areas that you've traveled widely. How familiar is Void with the continent of Vengalia?
Not super duper. I would say that like with history proficiency and changeling stuff, they would maybe be able to pinpoint an accent to like country, but not locality within country.
So good. That's good. You didn't recognize the tunnels as being man-made, but the floors definitely appeared to have been at least. You think back to your time in the Underdark, just recently, and how some of those tunnels looked like they had been like blocked out, like the bridge you were crossing looked like it had been made for travel. This didn't give off Underdark feel to it. It definitely gave off like mountain feel, but the accent was definitely more Welderlandish. Which would stand to reason with the dwarf connection.
Yeah. I just shit.
Everything okay, Void?
Yes and no. I mean, really no. Mostly no. But she's sold the wand to someone likely in Welderland. There were hardly any details I could see. It was dark. And she knew I was there, so. She doesn't necessarily have a way of stopping scrying, although she did cut it off. But she was aware that I was scrying on her.
She doesn't know you, though.
No, and she doesn't even know who cast it. She just knows that someone was watching, so.
And make an insight check just to be certain of that.
That's a good point. And this is going to be a big-ass number, because this also has my judgment bonus on it. 26.
You are fairly confident that yeah, your identity was not known. It was just as somebody scrying,
Yeah,
and it was a middle finger to you at the end.
yeah. She
Let you see what they wanted you to see.
So she wanted us to see that part, which is interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that just yet, but she knows it wasn't us. She doesn't know that there's an us to know, however the words work.
Snuri still believes Void is dead, correct?
Yeah.
Or Vix or
She
whoever.
doesn't even know that Vix or Void are a person.
Right.
She was working with Jack.
We have a lead at least. Location-wise.
Big location. Wide lead. So, other than attempting to scry on her every day,
Yeah, why don't we just try again? Like, oh, they're not going to stay in the catacombs, right?
I would assume not. And
Another check-in in like 4 hours would like settle the score, right? Or even tomorrow, whatever. Because can't someone else use the scrying spell?
not from this. It's done for the day. But
Oh,
Alma, if you're up to casting your own spell, you could still use this.
I could certainly try. Let's give it a little bit of time, though.
Yeah. I don't think scrying on her immediately again is going to give us anything. A few days at least. On that note, should I stay attuned to this? You could still use it as a component for your spells without, and if we need to switch, we can switch. Either way is fine with me.
You should hold on to it as you've had more interaction with Snuri.
Sounds good. If you want to do your spells, though, let me know, and I'm happy to give it back.
I'm just up for finishing the eggs and bacon that Edie graciously made for all of us.
how many pieces of bacon has Alma got left?
Probably just one more, like, kind of that I can't really, like, push myself, so to speak. Like, having just died, I don't know if I have the biggest appetite, so I'm afraid I can't really finish anymore.
Edie's gonna take that bit of bacon.
It'll be a whole strip, too. She would have loved
Yeah.
the whole strip. Yep.
She folds the plates in half and eats those two. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god. Fiber.
She can't taste the sand.
Turning into your goat roots a lot, huh?
It's gotta shine through sometimes.
I think I'm up for that walk, Chorus, if you'd like to come with me.
Sure.
Mhm.
Do you guys want to come to Goddard's or should we do that now?
Maybe you all could go ahead. There's something I've been meaning to do with Chorus first before we meet up with you.
Okay.
I'll just hold my hand out towards Chorus with the hopes that he'll help me out of the bed. I need a little assistance.
I'm on. No, that's Edie. No.
Gotta help her to the bathroom.
No, we don't.
Yeah, Chorus definitely helps Alma up, but it isn't really like gentle, or it's not like mean, but it's not like he's not like, oh hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
He just kind of is like, he holds out a hand and is like,
I figured I'd do most of like the yanking out of bed, so to speak.
Just yeets her right.
Oh,
Right.
we will leave you alone. I told you. I have to do that right here.
Either way, I'll start walking, kind of leading the way, just to go outside. I didn't know if anybody else wanted to do talking while we were on our way out, vominosing.
Edie,
I would like to speak with Edie, but that can be done.
And I would like to speak with Matt, just because.
Before Chorus and Alma leave, Chorus turns back to everybody in the room. Whatever you figure out with the travel plans, I need to make another stop by Dune on our way back.
I can get us to Dune easy peasy. Whenever you need.
Great. If you all need to go back, I can get there myself, but I need to go to Dune. All right, let's go.
Hobble
What do
out.
you reckon he needs there?
I don't know.
Is Dune where he went to go check on the orphanage?
No, that
With
was...
Micah?
Micah wasn't in Dune. Micah was in Fortress. Dune would have been close-ish to...
Dune was where
Oh.
all the people were missing.
It's where all the people were missing.
I apologize. Then it would have been Fortress that you would have the scroll.
Fortress is where I have the scroll to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Dune.
That was
or
my
the
bad.
circle
I
too.
can't get you. I can't get you to Dune, Chorus. I'm sorry.
I was definitely confused when you said that, but I wasn't gonna rules lawyer it.
That was my bad. I looked at the map wrong.
So, you have the
sorry,
teleportation
Edie.
circles for Fortress and Saison. Really.
Yes.
And really,
But
Fortress is Micah's.
Yes, but then I thought, because in the messages that I have it says Dune, which said Micah, so I was like, cool.
That's me forgetting things because
No.
my
No.
brain.
I actually did think, I was like, that's not right. But then I thought, maybe
yeah,
that's where
it's-
he lives, and I've gotten myself confused about where
Nope,
he was
that's me.
versus where he lives, but
That's me.
cool.
Sorry, everybody. Way to break
Is
the immersion.
Fortress closer than Dune?
No.
Damn it.
Our travel went Saison, Fortress, Dune, Gaelfall. With...
Maybe I should
I'm
keep it at
forgetting the
Dune.
name of the town that Chorus went to. Chorus went to a town...
Airlock.
Gaerlock.
Airlock.
Welcome
Gaerlock
to
is- What?
Gaerlock. It's our favorite town.
Gaerlock is maybe close to Dune. He left us go scout it when we were in Fortress, so I don't know. I'm not that familiar with the countryside.
Well, I can get him to Fortress at least.
Yeah, do you two want to go to Goddard? And
Yes.
I think either
Start
way.
designing our new airship.
Yes, because Welderland is a very wide net to cast.
What is?
Welderland, the country that's on this continent that Snuri probably is in, or was in as of a few moments ago.
Okay. Where's that?
It's to the west of here, isn't it? It's Saison on the east coast, Welderland in the middle, and Baymont?
Baymont's in the middle. Welderland's all the way at the other end.
Welderland's
It's
all the way at the other end. Oh,
It's the Ironstone Mountains
yeah.
that separate this continent from the next continent.
We're gonna Oregon Trail this shit.
So is Welderland in the other
Someone's
continent?
dying of dysentery.
Is Welderland
Um,
the First Nation in the other continent then?
It is so it kind of splits. Like this side is Welderland within the mountains, and then there's mountains, and then the other side is the other continent.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's not... Welderland doesn't go on both sides of the mountain.
It only swings one way.
Gotcha. Not bi-mountainous.
Right.
I hate me too. So, to Goddard's.
And Lao Face is the continent on the other side.
Oh, that's where Sinbar's from. Okay. Now we got it. Now we're figuring it out.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Cooking with maps. TA maps. Go check our sponsors.
It's in the game.
Going to Goddard's.
Goddard's.
You arrive at Goddard's, and he's not outside.
We wait for him.
You hang outside waiting.
Just
Knock on the door.
No, no.
You're not there.
Nemeia went. Nemeia
Or
and
did you- I
Hey,
thought- Oh,
Nemeia,
Right?
Edie, and Void are together.
Nemeia, Edie, Void, and then Quoras,
Okay.
Alma.
you knock on the door, and then you hear like some banging around, like clanging of pots and pans. And then the sound gets louder as it comes near the door, and the door opens up and is like he's been clanging pots and pans, like running towards the door. Oh, you're still here. Oh, it's you. Hello.
Hello. What did the
Sorry. Huh?
Why were you doing that?
Doing what?
The clanging noise.
Did it scare you away?
No.
Then that's not why I was doing it. That's for sure. No reason. Sorry. I thought it was those kids again.
Understood. I was wondering if you would be willing to share some of the blueprints, the plans, anything regarding how you constructed that lovely skeet.
Why?
I was hoping to duplicate your work.
Are you trying to steal my creation?
Not steal.
Are you trying to make money off of my works?
It would not be to make money. I'm assuming here that you do not want to. What was that, Edie?
We could give you money.
You could, yes. I was also assuming that you did not want to part with said skeet. You wanted to keep it and continue refining it on your own. We could develop our own. It was just so handy that it would be nice if we had a mode of transportation like it.
You want to know a secret?
Always.
You're right. I do want to refine it because I'm going to take it far. Do you see that thing up there? And he points at the sun.
I do.
Yes.
I'm going to be the first one to land on that.
Wow.
Yeah. You could come with me.
I
We
would
would
have
make-
loved to.
We'll make history.
Oh my god.
I'm realizing we're all laughing at this as ludicrous. Technically, none of us would actually know if the sun burned you. It's
Mhm.
just bright.
But it's beautiful up there.
It's at the very least, it's probably very bright.
I was going to say, are you going to create some sort of
Yes,
light
I have
blocking?
some. I've been working on a device to shade my eyes, as it were, to protect them from the brightness, so I can see still.
That's
Sun
cool. What are they
blockers.
called?
Yes, for my eyes. That will rest over my ears, probably, or a strap of some sort.
Very cool. Kind of like goggles.
Yes, very much like my goggles that I wear when I yes, but they'll be like sun blocking goggles. Sploggles is what I shall call them.
Spuggles! I love it.
But you said you'll pay me. You won't try to sell it.
No, this would be for our personal use, and if you would like, I would be more than happy to write letters of correspondence back and forth. Magical, if that's possible, if I find a way to, so that we could.
You'd write me?
Yes, so that we could exchange. If you come up with something that makes it better, and I come up with something that makes it better, we make each other's better.
Roll
Sort
a
of-
persuasion check with advantage because Edie's there with you.
With advantage due to those goat doe eyes. Hey, remember when I said I'm not going to be able to roll above a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still sticking to it?
Yeah.
That's your story and you're sticking to it?
Sticking to my guns.
You could add Edie's +8.
Yeah, can I add Edie's +8?
I would said, don't give me any number. Edie, roll straight. Or bi. I mean, I don't care. Gay. Doesn't matter. Just
I'm
no
rolling
advantage.
queer. And I got a 16 +8.
Okay. One condition. You don't try to beat me to there. I get to be the one that does that.
The sun is yours. You've stuck your flag in it.
Well, depends on
You
how
just
lonely I
muted
get.
yourself to talk.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, we'll go to the moon.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say
Yes,
that.
Yes. Love.
Oh, but I want to go to the moon too. Can I come with you guys?
You can, I mean, theoretically, if we stagger the trips, you could go with
Okay.
Goddard to the sun and us to the moon.
Yes. Okay,
All right.
cool. Well,
You can come look at my blue prince, as you call them.
Yes,
Lloyd, would you pass me one of my bags?
I can
from
absolutely
within the
pass you
city?
one of your bags of
small-
permission.
The smaller one.
Okay, the smaller one, yeah.
As you're doing this, Nemeia, you get the sense that you're being watched. As you turn, you see a little tiefling peeking out behind a barrel. Hello?
Hi.
She said hi. And then you see another head like pop out. She noticed you. She noticed me. Go. Should we talk to her? I think we have to now. She saw us. Well, she saw you. She hasn't seen me.
Guys, I'll be right back. Are you two okay?
Oh, you
Are
go
there
around.
two of them? Or
There is.
that-
You go around. You go near. And they're hiding like, behind this little barrel, and you see two little tieflings. One purple, one bluish. And like the purple one, which is not the one that you saw initially, like reaches out with a finger and touches your skin. It's real. She doesn't look like us. Are you a tiefling?
Yes.
Are you sure? We're both purple and blue, and you're red, and that's not the same.
Gray.
I'm in gray. Sorry, I'm looking at something else. Tiefling porn. Don't worry about it. Karlak, mommy, what? But you're different than us. Are you sure you're really a tiefling? You have wings. None of us have wings.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you different? You can't ask somebody why they're different. That hurts their feelings. Sorry, did that hurt your feelings?
It's fine.
Why are you different?
I don't know.
Oh,
Why are you blue and you purple?
well, because my mummy's blue and my daddy's not blue.
What color's
But
the
your
blue?
daddy's blue.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck. We uncovered even more drama in Gaelfall, regardless of
Oh.
oopses.
The
So is your
color-
daddy gray or is your daddy? What color is your daddy and your mummy?
My mum is red,
Oh, red
and
and green. See,
my
that's where I got the red from.
and my daddy's is sandy brown.
Wouldn't that make like more brown when you mix them together? Like when I use my color sticks, it makes like bloody sand is what it makes. You don't look like bloody sand.
No, I imagine that would be pretty scary. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're real. And I'm glad you're a tiefling, because you're really cool looking, and I want to have wings too. Could I have wings? You seem like try to like force wings to pop out their back.
Careful, you might toot yourself.
He toots himself
No.
all the time.
I was born with my wings. I don't think you can just grow them. But you can learn to fly. There are spells that let you do it.
Well, I see
Mr. Goddard has that crazy device that he uses, and it takes him up in the sky. So he's kind of like that. Is that a spell? Is that a magic spell?
No, that's just an invention.
Oh, an invention. I don't think I'm going to do that. But you seem okay. Are you okay?
A little confused, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to tell you you're cool, and we just wanted to get close to see if you were really, really you, and I mean really real. Really one of us, mostly. You are!
Yes. Just because I'm different doesn't mean I'm not one of you.
And you're not bloody sand.
No.
Okay. Do you want to play with us later?
Sure.
Okay. What do you like to play? You can't. We're bothering her. She probably has things to do.
If you want, dress really, really warm later, and I'll take you for a fly.
Right. Okay, we'll do that. What does dress warmly mean? I don't know. We'll have to go ask Mum.
Oh yeah, make sure that's okay.
Don't worry,
get
we'll go tell her
permission.
the strange lady wants to fly us. It'll be all right. And they just kind of go running off.
Strange lady. Okay.
You guys
I
go
return.
inside with Goddard. Work out. What are you guys offering in exchange for the blueprints?
I've given Edie the small bag of permission.
I got the big. It's a big bag of permission. It's 50 gold pieces.
Yes, the small relative to the other bag
The
of
small,
permission.
yes. And she pops that on the table. It's just like, would this be enough?
I'll have you know that was exactly the amount that would have been enough.
Well, I'm glad.
You want to
you
insight
teach
check him
me
at all?
how you read how many is in there by not even opening the bag.
23. He had. It was exactly enough because it was exactly enough because
Yep.
that's what you put in front of him.
Yep.
He had no
idea.
You want me to teach you to do what?
To see how much money is in something that's covered.
You ready?
Yes?
He opens the bag and looks.
No, wait, you knew before it was open! Are you really not going to tell me? I'm not going to tell you something either.
What aren't you going to tell me?
You'll never know.
Quick, tell me in front of him. And then I'll cast message. This is just... Oh, you wanted to do... I forget that you also have it.
He starts freaking out. Okay. It was... It was just whatever you put in front of me, I was going to be happy to accept. And you put this in front of me, so I'm happy to accept it. I didn't know the exact amount it was. But now that but you just asked how to see how much something is. And so I showed you. You just open it up and you look inside and there it is. So I showed you something.
You did, thank you. It was a little bit boring, but thank you.
Oh, well, I didn't know it was supposed to be earth-changing. But...
Well, I mean, I thought it was.
But it wasn't. I can't help what you thought.
Well, you tricked me. That's okay. I lied to you, so...
trick you? Wait, what do you mean you lied to me?
I don't have any secrets to tell you.
You lied to me.
Can we have those blueprints now?
The blueprints?
Blueprints?
Well, no, you can't just have them. You can, draw them. I can't give them away. Is there a way to, make a copy of them somehow?
You don't have to...
will.
Yes, you don't have to wait around. I can stay and copy them.
Do you want a hand? I'm good at drawing.
If you'd like to help, yes.
Okay.
You take a little time to go ahead and draw it because he's there and can correct and stuff. You get a straight across draw. It takes
a little bit of time, but
Mhm.
half hour to get everything.
Edie has pretty much only added like gorgeous bordering to the blueprints, like what you would see on like the outside of a like
The fancy
professional map.
maps. Yeah.
Yes, the fancy maps, and so that's pretty much all that she adds to it. She's like, help.
That is perfect. This is what makes them extra special blueprints.
And then you guys finish up and leave. Alma and Quoras, what are you guys doing?
I'm being slow for obvious reasons. I died yesterday.
She's really gonna wear that tune out.
I'm not milking it out when it happened, and I'm still exhausted. Leave me the fuck alone. I love you too. So I'm just being slow, and Chorus would be able to see that we're actually going in the general direction of the temple. It's fairly open. There's like nothing to indicate that it's geared towards one god specifically. And while we're walking, I'm gonna gesture with one hand towards the carefully bandaged wound that Nemeia did the night before. So are you going to enlighten me on that?
I had something on my arm that I didn't want there, and I took it off.
Your oath to Zarune.
Well, an oath to Zarune.
I speak Celestial too, so I couldn't help but look at it. But I didn't want to pry either.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand.
Mm-hmm. It's really hit you hard though, hasn't it?
Just reminded me of what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, I think I can safely say for the rest of us, we don't have much ties towards celestial business. Not like you, at least. So, we can't really offer any advice, I think, that could be of comfort. I could speak to you as a cleric who is devoted to their god. I could even maybe talk to you about feeling abandoned at one point, but you were lied to. But I think there's someone else that might be able to shed a little bit of light. More than any of us could.
Who would that be?
I figure at this point we'll, reach the entrance of the temple. And, I want to see if, its proprietor is within the, building, or at least the main area.
Okay. Yeah, you get there and you see some base level people hanging around that would be maintaining it and stuff like that, and you do see kind of the person who appears to be in charge now, walking the halls.
Mm-hmm. Follow.
La 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 la.
Not that way, and it's past the holidays. Follow.
Of course, still, he's kind of walking with you. I mean, he's supporting you. Why are we at the temple?
As I said, there's someone that I think you should meet. And I want to try and call Follow's name out again to see if he'll recognize us.
Yes? Who is it?
The one and only follower of Boz in your temple.
The one and only. Hello. Good to see you again. It's been a while.
It has been. Follow, This is my friend Quoras. I was hoping to introduce the two of you.
Of course, as you look, you see a gentleman with dark skin, like a deep, like dark chocolate, goatee, hair kind of swept to the side, wearing like a leather jerkin, but his hair is like a bluish color, and he's also got like streaks kind of running down, similar to Alma's, but different in some ways. Leather boots, but he has like these smoky-ish type wings extruding from his back. He also appears to be an aasimar. It is good to meet another one of us. My brother.
Another one of what?
An
We are
aasimar.
alike.
Well then. All right. Never met another aasimar before.
I'll leave the two of you be so you can talk. And I'll start hobbling. I'll let go of Quoras's hand so that I can just start slowly walking out.
No. You brought me here. You can stay.
As I said, Quoras, we can't give you any advice. But, as a fellow aasimar, maybe follow can.
I mean, I'm willing to talk, but you also don't have to go. You can stay here. Especially in your condition, you shouldn't walk back by yourself.
Are you pregnant?
Oh, gods, follow no. I will explain it to you later.
Ah, of course. So, how you doing?
Of course, his eyes flick to the black for a second and then flip back. I mean, are you also fallen? What's...
It's
How
an
are you?
interesting play on words, isn't it? Yes, I too am fallen. And I'm fallen. It's really awkward. I didn't know this was going to happen, if that makes you feel any better. This was sprung on me as well. What can I help you with? What questions? What do you struggle with? I mean, I'm just meeting you. This is a weird question to ask somebody for the first time. What?
Tell
I
me about
will
yourself.
help if I can.
Can I look over, like, does he have any marks similar to Quoras's that, like, tie him to a specific god or celestial or anything like that?
Make a perception check.
Not great. It's a 9.
Okay. As you look him over, he appears to be pretty heavily covered, but he does have one kind of tattoo that runs down over his hand a little bit. Make a religion check now.
Oh, that's better. It's a 12.
Okay. As you look it over, you recognize the symbol for Sith that he
Is
appears
there a
to.
Jedi here too? I forget who.
I'm
Sith
pulling that up right
is.
now. Yeah.
pulling it up too.
They are the neutral god of peace. The gender neutral god of peace.
Alright. I see you also carry some marks. I mean, I don't... All my friends seem to think I need some help or some focus, but unless you know of a way to locate celestial objects, travel to a plane where an angel is, and then shove said celestial objects down its throat, I really don't know how you're gonna help me.
Well, let me first start with this. And he closes his eyes for a minute, and then just places his hands gently on your shoulder. And as he reaches out, you just feel this sense of calmness and just ease start to pour through you. And your emotions have been very much on the surface recently. They just start to settle. And you just feel a sense of ease and calm.
I'm curious how this works, because Quoras has a lot of anger on the surface, but I think most of his reactions to things are still just like he is fairly void of emotions right now, except for a little bit of the reactionary stuff. So I think he's still probably, some of that anger dies down, but he's still pretty.
So you can make a charisma saving throw if you wish.
Sure. 14.
Okay, so you would fail. You are essentially under the effect of the calm emotions spell right now. So all your feelings, any kind of negative feelings, are suppressed, and it's not void of emotions at this time. And if anything, it would kind of boost those voidness up to just a sense of right now, in this moment, there is peace, there is clarity, there is just a feeling that maybe Quoras hasn't had in some time. Just contentment for the moment. We can start with that, and just tell me what's going on if you'd like. Or we can just sit here in this moment. You don't have to say a word.
I mean, I'm still in a hurry.
Well, there's always time to take a breath.
What if there's not?
Then you make the time, because only fools rush in. A wise man said that once.
God damn it. Alright, well, I mean, question still stands. I need to kill a celestial.
The way to kill a god is not an easy one. It's a terrible thing to contemplate, but between you and me, sometimes it may be necessary.
I mean, not quite a god.
Oh, well, that's a different story then. Just a celestial? Easy enough. You just go to their plane of existence and you slay them there. Bob's your uncle. They don't regenerate that way. If you kill them on this plane, unless it's some sort of very powerful magic that maybe reaches back to their plane, then perhaps that's a way to do it if you can get them here. But otherwise, you just visit them it's like, knock, knock, hello, stab you. Oh, you died in your home and you don't get to respawn. No, game over. It's fun. It's peaceful.
Cavalier statement about traveling to a plane of a celestial and murdering one, but
you said you needed to do it. That's how you do it. It's not.
Well, I mean, I figured.
Could I have made it more profound? I could do that.
No,
you travel the journey of 1,000 miles by starting with a single
Wait.
step. But as long as you bring a fucking sword. What? Sorry.
That's not. I don't believe that's the direction that Quoras is asking for.
Sorry. Sith. Sorry, Sith. Peace. Peace.
Are there statues to different gods here? Or like what does this temple look like? Like, I guess specifically, is there a statue of Matrix here?
Alma?
Or...
It's bare bones, so depending on who would visit, it's like more of a blank slate. And there's like a pedestal up in front, so there's like a little wall where it would have like independent statues.
You
They're
have a shrine
small.
that you'd want to set up or something like
Yeah,
that.
so they're very basic. It's not
Like
like
a
the
dry
most
erase
elaborate thing.
marker where you can just draw a picture and then be like, hey, and then wipe it when you're done.
We're not doing googly eyes on Matrix or anything, but depending on who the patron is of whoever visits, they could just take it off the wall, put it on the podium, do their business, and put them back.
You sound like an outhouse.
It's an open temple. It's for everyone and anybody to use.
So is there an idol of Matrix then?
Yes.
Okay. And if it's removable, Chorus is going to go over and pick it up and very cavalierly just kind of toss it in the air and catch it. What does it look like? This is probably
I would say...
Go ahead.
I would say it's her standing. I'm trying to remember what her weapon of choice is.
Is it how she looks when she peers? I guess this is a question for Dustin, probably more than anything.
It is the standard. So let me scroll to what I have for her. It is more of the non. Here, I'm pulling up right now. Shining plate armor with a face guard down. She wears it here, blah, blah. So it would be her. This one would be kind of the traditional helmeted structure with the halberd on her shield and kind of standing there like in a defensive posture.
Okay. Yeah.
But not the face. The face is not visible or anything of that nature.
Chorus is gonna pick it up and walk over and set it down. And question for you: how long has Matrix looked like this?
I don't serve the lady. This is just the idol for the statue, for the temple. It's been here as long as I've been here. For a time.
Great.
Sorry if that's not helpful for what you're looking for. Nope.
I mean, that's fine. She looks
Alma
the same.
was here longer than I was.
This is how Matrix looks in all of the books, in all of the statues and temples, anywhere on the continent. My question is, if you were going to replace a god, or try to imprison a god and work your machinations in the world, would you wear a mask like this?
If I was trying to replace someone, I would not want to be seen as being that replacement. I would want to wear their image as long as possible so others would not know it was me.
That's my question. So,
And then only once I had achieved my goal, then I could unmask and say it was me all along. Now serve me, because you already have been. If I was to. Not doing that, Sith, by the way, peace.
I think one of Matrix's angels is trying to usurp her. I'm not sure how long that's been going on. Certainly, her idol has not changed anytime recently. None of the depictions of her have. I'm starting to wonder just how deep this conspiracy goes. And if your temple has this idol, and my temple have this idol, how long has someone else been appearing as Matrix, or whatever this is, and accepting her power, or her prayers, or whatever thing it is? I don't think there's an actual question here. My point is, I think an angel of Matrix is pretending to be Matrix. And I need to kill that angel that's pretending to be a god. Does that change your equation? Can I still just go to the plane, stab it in the face, and then Bob's your uncle, as you said?
Fallen looks like he's getting ready. Follow looks like he's getting ready to answer. And then he freezes. And his eyes go white. And a voice comes out the mouth that is not his own. You are onto something. You must follow these breadcrumbs. My sister is in danger. If what you say is true, there is no peace. My sister protects, but what you are speaking of is not allowed. Please, follow through. End the threat. And then the eyes go back. Anyway, yes, you take the sword, you stab him right in the face, right in his home, and he's no longer a threat.
Wonderful. Question number 2, and I think probably the final question that I have. Do you know where, or have you heard of any relics of Matrix, specifically shards of, say, like a broken sword, might be located?
You know, you ask, and I believe I have. After we come back from break, we might discover that.
God damn it.
So come back in 5 minutes,
5 minutos.
and we will be here to discuss it.
Now go away.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
everybody, we're back. Most of us. That's okay. But we're glad you're here still. If you're just joining us, welcome. We just had some moments of things and stuff. Like we've had some discussion with Goddard. We had Nemeia get asked some kind of weirdly inappropriate questions by some
Wildly
little
out of
tieflings.
pocket questions by small children.
Yeah, just out of pocket. That's what kids do.
Kid
But
realized that
we've had
Dad
Goddard
might be
wants to
dead.
take his hot air balloon to the sun, and Edie wants to go with him. And then Void said that they would take theirs to the moon because they promised that they wouldn't try to take it to the sun.
So we have diamond hands.
So Edie will go to the sun first, and then when she gets back, then we'll go to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I think that's the right order to do it in.
Yes.
Well, Goddard's already leagues ahead of us with his ship, so I think his trip will be
That's
first.
really
right?
smart.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had Quoras and Alma went and met Follow, another fallen aasimar cleric of Sith, and so they were having some conversation with them, and led to a moment of like, hey, here's how you go kill a celestial, followed by, are you sure that's how you kill a celestial? Followed by apparently Sith interrupting Follow to speak through Follow to say, hey, you're on the right track, please follow those breadcrumbs and see it through, because danger, Will Robinson. And then Quoras did ask if there was any word about shards of Eulogy possibly being found somewhere. And that is where we are picking back up. You were wanting to know about shards of a weapon or a blade that was from Matrix. Is this correct? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, they would have been left in Gaelfall like a decade ago, and then presumably split up by various people from there and taken to places around the continent. I'm not really sure why they moved them, but it seems sort of like a trial thing set up by someone. I don't know.
Trial set up by someone for something. Interesting. Well, there is a story of one north of here, a little ways.
Oh,
In
is
the
that the one up
mountains.
with the celestial? That
Oh, you know about that one.
yep, I got that one.
God. That's
also,
awkward.
it might be worth telling you that celestial is dead.
Did they stab it in the face on its home plane?
No, it
Hmm.
was killed by okay. The angel that I think is replacing Matrix is also potentially also killing other angels to keep it secret. That would be Zarune. If you hear from him, just ignore that.
So don't accept that collect call. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or if he shows up, don't
Stab
talk
him in the
to
face?
him. I mean, if you want to try to kill him,
No,
fucking save
I
me the
don't.
time.
But I'm not on his home plane, and I don't have a
That's
celestial killing weapon, so I would not be very effective.
true. That's true.
But, and also Sith, peace.
There's
Kinda
nothing more
goes against the
peaceful
whole
than
thing.
something dead.
I like you, Quoras. There's a lot of logic in that. I mean, you follow your god, and I follow mine. Anyway, let me see. There is rumor that there is another. The rumor says it was a piece of star that fell to the ground, but maybe it's something along those lines. Maybe it's just, I don't know. You know how people who spread rumors like to be fancy with their speech, and it's really like just a giant turd from a flying cockroach. I don't know. Anyway, Baymont seems to have some sort of old temple in the woods that the druids favor, and they're opposed to most things metal, but because it fell from the sky is the story, that they supposedly celebrate it or have some sort of something to add. But anyway, it's in the Kingdom of Baymont, somewhere around there is what I've heard.
Wonderful. Go back there again. That's going to be fun. Okay.
I mean, if you like trees, it's beautiful.
Trust me, I spent a long time in the trees around there, and I think I've had enough of the trees for a while.
Well, then perhaps you should not go there again.
Well, I mean, if there's a piece of Eulogy there, I think I have to go there. So it's kind of a moot point, but it's going to be a good time. I wonder if Jeffrey's still in the woods there.
Who's Jeffrey?
Just a bad decision that I made. I tried to tame
We
an
all
owlbear
have
one
those.
time. No,
Oh,
not like that. Tried to tame an owlbear.
Oh.
I'm not very good at the sort of woodsing part of my trade, but thought I'd try for a little bit.
You did almost conquer a wyvern.
You know what I did? Maybe if I run into Jeffrey, I can an owlbear kill an angel? Could be a useful tool.
Maybe you need to tame the owlbear first, of course, and then we can...
Or I figure out how to get to Zarune's plane, and I just ship the owlbear there with no training.
That's an interesting... Maybe. Maybe. I don't...
Anyway, okay. Great. Wonderful. Back to fucking...
I mean, we're not doing that, but I guess we can try.
Follow, that wasn't an invitation.
Unless... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my.
Cool. Wonderful. One last question before I leave here and probably never find another aasimar again because, good God, this has been interesting. Were you also orphaned as a child? Did you know your parents?
No.
No, you didn't know them, or no, you were not orphaned as a child.
Oh, yes, that was 2 questions, wasn't it? No, I did not know my parents. Sorry, I was answering the last question because
Wonderful.
that was
Yes,
my
no. Okay. Cool. Yeah, me either. I was just... I didn't know. Like I said,
Are we brothers? Like, really? Could you...
highly doubt that. We look nothing alike, and...
I mean... There's similarities. You don't see it? Just kidding, I haven't seen myself in a while. I don't know what I look like.
Okay. Well, it's been certainly enlightening speaking to you. Good luck with your temple.
Just a moment. And he walks away for a second. And then a couple moments later, he comes back. This is a little locket. It's not anything super special, but it is imbued with a single use of the Lady Sith's calm spirit. If you ever find yourself in a moment of chaos or in a storm, just focus on this for a few moments and you will find that little window of peace.
Oh, all right.
It'll give you a chance to take that breath. It's nothing life-changing, but maybe it will be.
Okay. I'll take it. All right. Can I leave now?
I imagine I was sitting in like one of the pews, just like trying to rest up my legs and such. And...
Sitting there, like trying to get the kneeling riser things. You're like, where do you put your feet?
No, we're not even kneeling. We're just sitting on the
No,
chair.
I know. Trying to figure out where you put your feet with the riser like part down. Like, this is ridiculous.
I'll just hold up my hand to wait for
The interdenominational hymnals stacked behind things.
I'll just hold up. I'll start like pushing myself up with the hopes that I can grab Chorus, like, partially.
When does the calm emotions thing wear off?
After you leave the presence.
Cool.
So once you're outside of like a 20-foot circle from him.
I'll start like leading Chorus outside. And I'd imagine we'll probably go back to no. We would probably well, we could go to Goddard's or we could just go back to Zoro's.
Doesn't matter to me.
Did you find at least a little of what you were looking for?
Some information about where there might be another piece of Eulogy.
I know I'm not the best person to offer advice for something like this. And I know you were fairly upset last night. Even if this friendship is one-sided, I'm glad I'm a part of it.
It's not that. I just... If you had to choose between... Well, I guess first, do you feel that you have some form of purpose? Does Bars call you to something greater?
Alma will kind of stop walking to kind of think of the answer. I couldn't vocalize my purpose until after I found Boz. I had an idea of what it was, or at least I know what I wanted, or maybe better yet, I know what I didn't want. I found the rest along the way. And I'd like to think that part of it was to find Orion. And even though I lost him, I gained Zoro too. It shifted. General purpose was still there, but I adapted and changed. Sorry, I didn't mean to do the romantic part, but...
It's fine. I ask because if your purpose were more clearly defined, if you were to be able to say, this is what you were made for, and something were getting in the way of that purpose, would you let it?
I would like to think the gods would not put us through such tests if they didn't think we could handle it. When I died, Boz asked me if I wanted to go back. Here, with all of you. I had the option to leave. I could have gone and been with Orion for all of eternity. She asked me whether I was prepared to fight the gods. And I told her, what choice do I have? I couldn't leave all of you alone. So, I'd like to think that my purpose is helping all of you. Saving the world just happens to be a secondary perk that we happen to get out of it.
And what if my purpose is the other way around?
For now, it might be. But maybe that might change, too. Purpose doesn't have to necessarily be one thing, and one thing only. It changes.
Mine hasn't.
Not yet. But maybe we'll find out more as we continue to find more pieces of Eulogy. Sith paid us a visit. I'm actually a little shocked that they did. But Follow is a pretty good vessel. Sometimes there's not much going on up there.
Do you know how he fell?
Not too much.
Was he always an aasimar of Sith? Because when I fell, I lost the light of Matrix, which made me what I am now. But if he fell, he still talks to Sith. Did he find another god in there? What? I should have asked these questions of him, but I honestly just kind of wanted to get out of there.
He was a follower of Sith when I came. Sorry, he was a follower of Sith when he showed up. He never really talked too much about what happened when he fell.
No, I can understand that.
But he said, even in falling, he had a new purpose.
I can really understand that.
His circumstances didn't really change too much. Don't be afraid of change too, Chorus. I know you have a dedication, maybe, is the right word for it, towards Matrix. Seeing as how she's, I would imagine, tried reaching out to you and everyone else for all these years.
I honestly don't know about that. I think my
Dog is barking a bunch in the background.
Dog.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there's just a dog barking in the background. Don't worry about it.
There's
Anyway.
dogs in Gaelfall.
Yeah, it's fine.
Leroy, quiet.
Look, I didn't
Jenkins.
feel I had a real purpose until I fell. And at the time, I thought that purpose was to figure out what had happened to Malchus, to figure out what had happened with my fall, all of that, and get revenge for whatever was done to him and to me and all of that. I've only recently realized that there might be bigger things at play here. But my purpose, every time something changes, every time there's new information, my purpose stays the same. I was born a spear, and I think I'm meant to die a spear.
Do you think that little of yourself, Chorus?
It's not the amount that I think of myself in quantity. It's the amount that I think of myself in necessity. I don't know. It's not that I think of myself that little. It's that I think... it's not that I think that little of myself. It's that I think of myself little.
Maybe that's your purpose. To think more about yourself. Because let me leave you with this. What happens after?
What happens to a sword once it's fulfilled its purpose?
Practice. It can be handed down to the next generation. There's always the option to leave it on a wall, but it's not meant for that. It grows old and rusted. Just something to keep in mind.
But we'll see. I appreciate you trying to help me, and at least I found some information about Eulogy.
I'm glad you took my offer.
Yeah, well, I couldn't let you walk around on your own. We think that Revenant's gone, but might still be out there.
The Revenant is taken care of. It's Ivy that's more of the permanent problem.
Whoever, whatever. I have a feeling I'm probably going to get fairly injured on this mission, and having someone around who can fix me up is useful.
So you do care.
It's never that I didn't care.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want me to try and attempt the patch up on the nice decent chunk you took out of your arm?
No. I'm afraid the mark might come back. Celestial magic and all that.
The dog agrees with you. Wow. What little I know of your little mark. As far as I'm concerned, you don't owe Zarune anything.
I mean, aside from the obvious of him being the patron that spoke to me and all of that, the mark was not that I owed Zarune something.
So then what was it?
I've told you about my brother, Malchus.
Mm-hmm.
The ritual that we used to summon Zarune, to bring him here to make a pact with Malchus, needed celestial blood. So I offered some of mine, and I suppose you could think of me as the parchment that the deal was struck on. Malchus got a similar mark. That mark was reminiscent of his oath to Zarune, not to mine.
I can see why it's a tender subject. Well, regardless, I know you don't feel it now. But if you do want to talk, or you just want a presence, I'm not going anywhere. Literally, I can't. I need you to actually help me walk, too.
Yeah. I won't, but thank you.
Of course. And we'll start walking back towards Zoro's place, I think.
Okay. You all kind of arrive back around the same time. Nemeia, as you're walking back, you kind of thinking about those kids and your interaction with them. And so you're a little more observant, and you now see, like, everybody's been really friendly and really kind since you've been there. But you notice you get more than one, like, double take, or maybe a little bit longer of a look, with a little quizzical look on your face, as if people are wondering. Maybe it's in your imagination, maybe it's real, but you seem to feel like you're being observed a little more after the interaction with the kids.
Edie, there was something else. Oh my god. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Wait, have Alma and Quoras come back yet?
I think you're all kind of coming back at around the same time.
Yeah.
Welcome in,
Okay.
Raiders.
Hi, Raiders.
Here it is.
Just before they do, I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. And I know you got a little upset. You got a little upset last night. And at Chorus.
Oh,
And
yeah, you hurt my feelings. I'm fine. What though?
okay. You called him a stranger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when we first met, we would spend time together and we would talk, and he would tell me about what was going on in his life. He gave me this, and she like pulls the necklace that she got. There was, I don't know, and then something changed. And now it's all secrets, and I understand there's probably something deep and mysterious going on that he needs to work out, but I probably shouldn't have called him a stranger. I think I just had my feelings hurt.
You're allowed to express yourself like that, Edie.
Mm-hmm.
Name calling's not really my forte.
I think you nailed it on the head.
When he's ready, I'll be able to tell. And if he's never ready, then he's never ready.
Okay.
I'm not
As
gonna
long as
push
you're
to
okay.
get yeah, I'm just not going to push to get my feelings hurt, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it.
Just wish
And-
that they would talk to us.
Oh. Mm.
Same.
Yeah, there's something else I want to clarify. Anyway. Void. I'm going to pull out my herbalism kit again and pull out the metal orchid with the gold infused through it. This is beautiful, but... And thank you. But why? I haven't done anything to deserve this. It's not my birthday, and...
Well, I don't think you should have to deserve anything to just get nice things. Sort of blanket statement. I made that along with, I made everyone something. It was after the second time we fought the incinerator, and I thought I might be the only one left. And if I'm the only one left, then I would need to go back home and fulfill those duties. So I wanted everyone to have a piece of something that would help them remember me.
That's really sweet.
I'm glad you think so. I'm glad it turned out really well. Normally I have to practice stuff a lot. I think inspiration was flowing, but you don't have to do things to warrant having something nice given to you. You already are an amazing friend. That's more than enough.
I'm glad you think so.
You know we would have followed you, Void.
Just trying to have it not be that way. You can't follow me and then stay put forever. That wouldn't make any sense.
I would.
Yeah, why not?
I got nothing else to do except for be with you guys.
Except for go to the Feywild and heal it, and go track down a Celestial
They
and kill it.
didn't want me. You guys want me.
We're not letting you go.
Plus, I'm sure we could have trained someone up so then you could take little holidays.
Yeah.
We would have made it work. So there.
You're not supposed to train people up, but usually they're the kids. So, would have taken a lot.
They could have started a family. Is that what you mean?
You want...
I
What
would
was
love
that?
to have kids one day. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I was going to ask Void. They
Oh, Void.
want children?
I think so. It's a muddy question. I haven't thought about it separate from as an obligation.
You shouldn't have children because you feel obligated to.
There has to be a next generation. If there's something to inherit, there needs to be someone to inherit it.
No, there doesn't. Anyone can inherit something.
Some people are real sticklers on bloodline.
Yeah, I think
That
this
is
might
true.
be an agree to disagree kind of moment. Not that you're wrong. It's just that this instance is a little bit trickier.
Okay. Well, thanks again.
You're welcome. I'm really glad you like it.
I'll pack it up and wait for the others to come back.
So
Hobble
you're gonna
over.
pack it up and pack it in.
No.
Let me
Let
begin
me
real quick.
begin. Yeah.
Akin to win. That's me. That's a sin. Anyway,
Nemeia, out of curiosity, you seemed uncomfortable when I was talking last night about stuff. I know that there was a lot happening. I didn't know if something I said or did, or just the day. It was a long day.
Bit from column A, bit from column B.
Which was the bit from column V.
I felt lied to.
About Dominic?
Yeah.
I mean, I did lie. That's why I was trying to undo the lie.
And I appreciate that.
The real reason was messy, although there's no clean reason in that story.
Oh well. We know the truth now.
Yep.
And I'm sorry for being a distraction.
Distraction? That was
You
Chorus's
chose to
line.
come after... It works in this instance too. You had an opportunity to go after Snuri. But I exposed myself and got myself into a very ugly situation. And I distracted you from your personal mission.
You're not a distraction. I picked my words poorly when I said wrong choice. It wasn't right.
It doesn't matter what word you could have put in there.
I knew what I was doing. I made a choice, and I don't regret it. I regret how many complications have arisen because of it, but I do not regret it.
Okay.
A little bit on that topic, you after the dragon goes away, is there something we could do to help you not feel crappy? You were just sort of mopey, and I get it, like embarrassed because it happened, guilty you might have done something bad, but we all are, well, I guess Alma no, but me, Edie, and Chorus are all here knowing that that's what we're signing up for.
I don't follow.
Just because you lose control doesn't mean you need to beat yourself up afterwards.
I'm actually getting better at that.
Okay. Is there anything we could do to help, or is that just give you space?
Maybe give me a little bit of space. Not that I want to be left alone, but you know, if I can feel it. Like, just because I'm me again doesn't mean it's not still there. And I don't want it to be tempted out again that quickly. Yeah. But it is something that I don't think is going away anytime soon, so I need to learn to suck it up and embrace it until I can get rid of it.
Nemeia, you want to practice using it?
I don't know how, but
we can figure it out, right? It might not be pleasant, but the more that we do it, maybe the more control you can get off of it, especially if we start figuring out the triggers, or at least confining the triggers to one or two things. Maybe even then you can trigger it yourself.
Do maybe revisit that heart wield idea? I know I sprung that on you last time, but if you are more familiar with it, even if it's not it, and Void will just like grow little tiny horns out of their forehead for like a second and then put them back in. It could be a way of practicing, a way of not getting rid of it, but getting used to recognizing it. Because I was expecting to have to stand there and take some punishment, and it just sort of quieted down. It's like it knew.
I think with a muscle, if you keep flexing it, you'll be able to deal with it, and it maybe won't exhaust you as much as well.
Maybe. But I know the triggers, and it's fear.
And we've got to find a way for you to capture fear in a thought, in a moment that you can experience or do and bring it forward, right?
I mean, we can try, but if it's you guys, then it's not real.
I have a feeling
Like,
we can make it real.
I don't doubt your ability to do that, but I know you guys aren't going to really hurt me. You're not going to put me in situations where I can die or you guys are going to get incredibly hurt.
I think playing with this little monster inside of you will bring out some real fear and or repercussions both ways. I'd like to get you back for this one.
I am sorry, but
No, I like to bring it up because it's funny, but I'm fine.
yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, we'll figure something out. It's
No rush.
I can't keep running. I won't keep running. Thank you.
That's okay. What the fuck are we doing now?
Right then, Chorus and Alma enter the house.
I was just gonna say we probably would be coming around. Well, there you all are. And I actually want to reach my hand out towards Void to take their arm in placement of Chorus so that Chorus doesn't have to worry about me anymore.
Boy, I'll swiftly take his place.
And I'll actually reach up on my tiptoes to plant a little kiss on Void's cheek.
I can't tell if you're luring me in for a bad time later. I don't, how, are you mad about the dream?
That's a thank you for the dream.
Okay.
Void, you gave me the one thing nobody else could have ever given me. How could I be mad at you for that?
I didn't know what your definition of real was.
Does it matter?
Knowing that this moment is very relevant to the conversation we just had with Nemeia, I'll shoot my eyes over at her just a little bit, and Edie, and then back over to Alma. Perception is reality. That's what I've always been taught, so I'm glad it worked out that way.
And in that way, can you also help me back to the bed? I feel like my legs are going to turn into jelly.
I perceive you wilting. Yes, let's get you back to the bed.
Thank you. Hobble.
As you get Alma back to bed, the rest of you probably have arrived. Come back. You've arrived. We have arrived. It's probably only early, late morning, early afternoon at this point. You guys haven't gone a lot of places, but you've had some conversation, done some things, and a little bit of time, but not a lot has passed. As you're getting Alma resting,
again.
Void, you receive a message coming through.
Hello, operator.
Nura has died. A new cycle begins. Hope you have found answers. Another dies in another cycle. Please help us.
Void. What is it?
I'll respond. Snuri just sold the wand to someone in Welderland. Not sure who or where. we're trying our best. Any help is appreciated. You pooping? No. Sorry for loss. There. After doing that, put the stone away. Oh, shit. Nura just died. We can't hold ourselves accountable. It's not like we could have even... Let's say we found it yesterday. We'd still be heading back. We couldn't have prevented it.
And we need that wand more than ever.
Welderland's a good distance off. Do we go to Saison? Do we check in with Micah to help fix this time problem? Do we build a Zeppelin to get there, or do we... I don't know what the order is here.
We could go to Saison and find out if we can get another teleportation circle in over that direction, right? Because we could learn... Can I learn about them?
You can learn
I
other
think-
teleportation circles, yeah.
Yeah?
We have better chances of finding more teleportation circles back in Saison than we would anywhere else, I'd imagine.
Yeah. More information too, and more chance of building the airship if we need to do it there.
Could hire it done if it... Maybe the council's willing to help.
I can always visit Micah for any other teleportation scrolls or such we could take to get home, and then come back easy. Because I mean, I can travel between those. It's pretty straightforward now, right? Just cost me.
And we'll help with that.
That's alright. I got lots of permission.
That's good. I have run my course on permission.
So maybe when we're in Saison, I'll get myself a whole bunch of fancy chalks.
I have plenty of coin. That's not going to be... Oh, but I wanted... This is more important. Okay.
What did you want?
It's... No, I don't even know if it's possible. It's fine. It's not important right now.
I'm curious.
And you can continue to be curious.
You're no fun.
But, Chorus, can I have a word with you real quick?
Sure. Reminder, I still need to go to Dune. Whatever our plans are. You all can go to Saison if you need. I'll meet you there, or whatever works, but...
I can get you to Fortress. You want to go to Dune from there?
Whatever's closest.
Dune's not even that far from here. We could go very quickly to Dune and then...
A week?
It was about a week.
Yeah.
We could go to Dune from here, and then teleport to Saison after.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Lots of permutations.
Anyway, Nemeia, yes, what?
Just into the other room for a moment. And I want to close the door, make sure it's completely quiet, and that we are alone.
I think we're alone now.
The silly part of me was immediately picturing Void and Edie.
Glass.
Yeah.
Once again.
Nemeia does that like hard back, like ow. Okay.
Yeah. Firstly, how's the arm?
It's fine. Not the worst injury I've had.
I know you've got the scars to prove that. Secondly, I was thinking about our conversation last night.
Yep.
Edie. I was talking collectively. You didn't.
About what?
I kept saying we, as in the heroes wouldn't leave you, that we all cared for you, but you only ever said you. That I'm the distraction and that you can't care, or I can't care for you anymore. Was that singular, or was that also
I mean,
inclusive?
both. You're included in that group.
So you were speaking collectively as well? Or...
I mean, collectively, and there are specific things from everyone that are just being distractions. If you have a question, Nemeia, just ask it.
No, I feel like you're dodging the answer. Answering but not answering.
I mean, what do you want to know? What question is there?
Were you speaking directly to me in that?
I don't know. I mean, at the time, no. I mean, generally, you all are a distraction. I've just blown up at Alma, and I only have so much capacity for anything right now.
Okay. Edie and Void want to try and train my inner beast, so might need you there.
Sure, that could be useful.
Cool. Okay. That's it. Let me know if the numbing wears off.
It's fine.
Okay. And I walk out the door.
And as you return to the group, getting ready to come up with plans for what you shall do next, we are going to end our session today.
Yay! More
Happy
emotional
Valentine's Day, all of
damage
you
on
guys.
Valentine's Day.
Way to be emotionally charged and damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Make
just
sure-
damage.
Make sure you let it, carry over to the rest of your night.
I don't know about you. That was a
Um,
very satisfying finish, I felt like.
Yeah,
Mm.
I
I
was.
think
I got there.
we're low now.
You got me there in the
Their
end.
show that I like to watch.
So, come back next week because we're going to be here again doing stuff and things. More Tales Sunset shenanigans.
It's
Make
an
sure-
86.
Episode 86. What? We are 4 episodes away from our 90th episode. 14 episodes away from that big 100.
Whoop whoop.
We're getting there, guys.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Like, what time frame are we looking at? 14 episodes. That's going to get us there probably, around June-ish?
Christmas. No, I'm kidding.
God, I hope not.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Barring
8,
any,
9, 10. How many did we say? 11, 12,
14.
13,
14.
May 22nd. As
So
if there's no
possibly like around
complications.
June-ish. Saying, yeah, there's no... 'cause
Yeah.
I know that like coming up next month, I have potential for having to miss a session depending on jury duty or something. So we'll see what happens there. But we're getting there. By this summer, guys, we're going to be at 100 episodes.
That's wild.
So
Triple
wild.
digis.
And then if we get to episode
Fatality.
404, it doesn't exist.
Nah.
But
We
episode
just
not
skip
found.
that episode.
Yeah.
Stick around,
We
we're gonna
go
do,
live and we just stare at the camera the entire time, like some weird
Just
Stanley
my internet's
Kubrick.
frozen. Again. We're gonna do a raid.
But what we'll actually do is we'll just screenshot a picture of us staring, so then we don't actually have to sit there and
We're
all
all-
of us just
Yeah.
And then right, we're just sitting here eating popcorn, just seeing how long
Mhm.
people will stick around the
yeah,
stream
we'll
for.
just loop a couple of breaths in.
Mm-hmm.
Just to freak people out to make them think we're actually doing it.
Cutting up
Uh-huh.
in chat, just being hooligans.
Stick around for a raid. We're going to do that. If you have a person that you are spending Valentine's Day with, amazing. Have fun. If you have yourself that you're spending Valentine's with, amazing. Have fun with it. If it's a pet, just have a good day. For those of you who are no longer on Valentine's Day because you're time travelers, I hope you had a wonderful one.
For
But we-
watching the episode. Got it.
And also our two Aussies
Yeah,
that
no,
are
it's
in the
not
future.
Valentine's Day today anymore.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but stick around for the raid. Love someone super hard this week, but consensually. And until next
Turgid.
week, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Always.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Bye bye.